Sometimes we become accustomed to things or do/put up with things with certain things because we have quote unquote big hearts. Um to me and to some of y'all, big hearts might be, a part of us as individuals, something we can't really do nothing about. Rather it was rather we developed it from just always putting people before us in like childhood or like or just being like naturally being a caring, loving, person. Or it could be just from like a lack of love to where like now you know how that you knew how not being loved felt, and you went and treated everybody else with a lot of love, even though you know even in this world is not reciprocated. To others, having a big heart is a sign of vulnerability. You know, sometimes you gotta adopt a change of heart. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whichever one. It's your host, Nas the Innovator. Welcome back to another episode of Gentleman's Podcast. What I just read, or what I was just saying to y'all, is something I wrote. Um, Not even really like just a little paragraph about change of heart. As you can tell by the title of this episode. This episode, it's just I wouldn't even really say we talking about change of heart, but we embracing a change of heart, going over things such as growing and setting boundaries, learning how to be mindful and not caring of people's feelings, wanting to see and help others succeed, understanding and observing actions and mannerisms, learning how to lead by example, not by words. Now, before I really even start touching on any one of those topics, everything I just want to let y'all know, everything produced or published by the Gentleman's Podcast come from some type of faint of heart. Rather it's from like my thoughts, or like maybe I've been thinking about something, and it transpires to it translates to going through my hands, to like being on a pen and pad, to then it goes to I feel like it's something worthy of an episode, or maybe it's an observation of mine, and I've peeped the observation multiple times, and it's something I can touch on, or maybe it's just life experiences that rather I seen them or experienced them, I could just kind of touch on and relate to, and or maybe it's something we all should just it's maybe brain food. It's all brain food. It's all like hopefully not all of it is brain food. I know some of this shit rotten, but you never what I'm saying is every episode, everything published and produced from the Gentleman's Podcast always come from a place of authenticity and genuine energy. Rather you could feel that through the mic, through your headphones, through your phone, whatever device you're listening on, uh, or rather you just can't feel it. It's just that's just the fact of the Gentleman's Podcast. The reason this episode came about and why I wrote this was because it's not recent as of now, but like maybe like a month or two ago, I had a lot of like, I don't want to say mood swings, but I was like, because over time I did some thinking and reflecting myself. Well, I did have moments where I reacted to certain things way differently than I should have, or than I could have handled, way better. Things of that nature. I also made choices with like the people I come in contact with, or just the company I keep around me, and it all just put me back in the time of thinking, and I kind of just started to think like it's time to have a change of heart. I've always been and I can only talk about me. I don't want to seem like I'm only talking about me, but I can only talk about me. And hopefully some of y'all can relate, but I've always been a team first type of guy. Like especially with the people I care about the most. So it's like I don't know, and this is like a sad note, but I'm a very misunderstood person. I mean, like it's not easy to understand me, even though it might seem like like we might could be eye to eye on something, but you never truly know what's going on the inside, and that's just not just for me. That's for everybody. I mean, everybody has a lot of, and I'm not saying like I wasn't talking about like I got stuff going on type of inside. I was saying like my thought process and things of that nature, but it also relates to the fact that like some people mental and things different. Everybody is not the same. You feel me? Like everybody experiences is different, so everybody mental is different. Everybody thought process is different, and it take a lot of willingness. You know what word I mean, bro. Willingness, bro, to want to understand somebody's brain process or thoughts and things of that nature. I've also found myself to be like a very truthful person, but not have a very transparent and honest person, but not have the best delivery, which I said I was gonna work on, but somehow I don't really know how to work that. I've been in the midst of like over the last couple months or so. I just been kind of letting it fly, and like I've been kind of been not really in my own mood, but kind of more like protecting my peace. Certain things like, and this could kind of translate us to the first topic, but with growing and setting boundaries. But I've just been like not really wanting to tolerate certain things or certain people. You feel me? Like it's just like I said, like we can touch on the growing and setting boundaries. Hopefully all my listeners, rather returning, new, or whatever. As long as you here, bro, you fall under the tree. But hopefully everybody that's been tuning in and that's here, we've been all growing and evolving together, thriving and surviving together, learning from each other. Well, I don't want to say learning. Well, it's sort of kind of learning from each other because I learned through watching other people some like most times, but I don't really, like I don't know, you get it. But we all should have been growing and improving since like what was that, August of 2023 or like something, like I don't know, something back then whenever the pod started back then. It's like y'all could, if you go back through the progression, you could tell like I got more comfortable on the mic. I started, like I started just, getting more structure and stuff like that. And that stuff wasn't easy. You feel me? Like developing the discipline to, once upon a time, I was disciplined. I'm still disciplined, but I had it to where like episodes would be coming every Friday, no matter what happens. And things of that nature. Videos was coming, and then we gonna get back to all of this stuff, but you know, um, it's kind of getting off the point. But the whole thing of what I'm saying right now is growing. While growing as a person, it's different aspects to growing that you got: mental, physical, spiritual. Now, some people will grow physically. They'll get prettier. They'll get fresh as hell. Boom, boom, boom. They'll start driving, or like little like new stuff for the outside world. But on the inside, they'll still be like childish, still doing the same shit they was doing. Like it's you gotta make everything kind of like add up. Now me, I've been growing in all three aspects, but the mental growth has been like it sprouted way more than everything else, and I'm not mad at that, because it also kind of opened my eyes up to certain stuff. Certain things just don't make sense to me no more. Certain actions don't make sense to me no more, and just like and that's what, and it all kind of relate back to like I said, um, it all kind of relate back to like I said everybody thought processes is different and experiences is different, but sometimes you got to do what's, best for you, which was why, also why I said, why I wrote about, why I wrote that little paragraph about us having, people having big hearts, because that stuff could be taken for vulnerable, that could be seen as a sign of vulnerability, like somebody you could really truly care, adore, really care for, love and things of that nature, rather it's a family member, loved one, a friend, a best friend, whatever. It could be anything. If you let certain things slide and you don't want to deal with them, um then you kind of nerfing yourself a little bit, because you don't want to, the new version of you, or the current version of you is not going to want to, deal with whatever that stuff is, like let's say, for example, like say, like we already talked a lot about, friends talking about, gossiping and stuff like that. Like, as you grow and stuff, you might not want to be around that no more. And those might be people you care about so much. And it might be like, I just got to separate. And, and even if you don't really feel like you got to separate, it might just happen. And if it just happens randomly, you got to take the sign and go with it. You can't, ain't no fixing the bridge once it's burnt down. You feel me? Like, once you stop talking to somebody, and it's crazy. It's crazy because, like, you would know you're not supposed to, your time in with somebody when y'all stop talking and you don't see them at all. Like, you don't see them. No, like, you don't see them. You might see, like, you'll see everybody on media or over the phone and shit like that. But I mean, like, real life, especially if you went from seeing these people in real life all the time to now you don't see them at all. It was just never, it just was that our journey ran its course, you know. But that's like, that's just for growing. But with setting boundaries, I mean, that's when setting boundaries and growing go hand in hand, because sometimes the boundaries that you set might offset some of the people around you that's only still around you because you don't have certain boundaries. You feel me? Like, I done lost a couple of friends simply because I didn't went a week and said I was gonna stop smoking. And I stopped talking to a lot of people because I said I was gonna stop smoking. It was just like and it was like it happened for a reason though. Like, obviously I didn't stop smoking yet, but I'm not bragging about it. I can. I mean, I've been on the fence of, like, do I want to get that shit up all the way? Because it ain't really been doing nothing for me. I just get high to want to be high, like, to just be like, I just get high then, like, listen to music, enhance, like, it enhanced the listening. I watch something, it enhanced the watching or something, like, or maybe it's the mental aspect. Maybe I'm thinking it's enhancing. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. But, like, and you could take what I'm saying and throw any scenario in it. Like, it don't need necessarily got to be like people gossiping or nothing. It could be like certain people you're around indulging in other activities that you don't want to have in your energy, or you don't want to be surrounded by, or or if you if you want for the spirituals and you understand the aspect of the company that you keep, and you might understand understand that although you might be, spiritually protected or whatever, you know, people can also bring you down in a way too. Like, and it's not always a physical thing, bro. It could be through um spiritual, it could be through mental, it could be emotionally too. Like, it's, you gotta pay attention to these things. That's what I'm saying. That's why we touching on growing and setting boundaries, because, like I said, over the last couple months, I ain't gonna say I didn't, like, stacked up the fences or nothing, but, like, it's certain things I just grew over. I never really been on the same team in certain things, but certain things that certain people around me partake in, to where, like, now I'm kind of separating myself from them, and things of that nature. And it hurt. It hurt. it's most likely gonna hurt you and whoever you separating from, especially if it's somebody you care for dearly. But sometimes you got to do what's best for you, and at the same time, what's best for you is gonna be what's best for them. If you really think about it, like if somebody is indulging in something and y'all really care, and if somebody is indulging in something that you can't really understand or seem to understand why they do this thing or really get the tolerance for it. um if y'all love each other dearly, that'll make them think too. Now some people who doing bad and things and they don't want to change, and that's okay. You got to lead them too, but do it all from like your big heart in a different way. Put you first, big dog, but at the same time, it's still great. It's still great work for the other people involved. You feel me? Now, like with the whole learning how to be mindful, but not caring of people's feelings, it kind of relate to me saying like my delivery. Words. Now, words hold a very strong power, whether you know it or not. Now, I mean, not everybody words hold the same amount of power. Because I mean, like if you some type of comedian and shit like that, your words might hold less of a power unless you saying something funny. Now, if you like you're somebody who don't talk a lot, when you do talk, it's a rare occasion type of thing. Like you don't really talk a lot, all the time. Your words might hold more power than other people. But like for me, for instance, I talk a lot. And but I also like tell the truth, and I'm very like open book. I'm very transparent. So my words, even though sometimes I just be yapping, or sometimes I just be talking shit. But like I could feel it, and I know other people feel it. But when I'm speaking the truth about something, or about somebody to that person, or anything of that nature, it kind of shifts the energy a little bit. And like I said, my delivery, so it's kind of like however I see it, whatever the truth is, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not I'm learning how to be mindful of my language, my selection of words, and how I put these sentences together to get my point across, rather than caring about if I hurt somebody's feelings. Because it's like if your feelings is hurt over some shit, then you know what the fuck you did. You feel me? Like if we're keeping it a bug, bro. If one fucker tell you lied or something, or you did something or something, and you get riled up, nigga, you know you lied. Now I know sometimes it be like I'm telling the truth, and the motherfucker is accusing me of lying. That shit pissed me off. Blah, blah, blah. But come on, Joe. Why is they not accusing you? Why is they accusing you of lying? Is you a pathological liar, bro? Do you do this lying shit all the time? You feel me? Like people can't accuse me of lying, because even when I'm under the fire, I still tell the truth. So you're not gonna be able to. No, he lying, because then when you do all you lying, and I'm not lying, and I get to spending 100 bars, and then we all look stupid. It ain't gonna affect me, because shit, I already know the truth. And you know the truth too, but shit, you ain't want to tell the truth. You feel me? So it's just how it be sometime. And I'm pretty sure not everybody has these problems, but some people listening you know, might be able to think back to some time where somebody asked them something, or y'all had a conversation or something, and it was just like you got your point across, but at what cost? You feel me? That's how it really be sometimes. And and in my thinking, sometimes I be thinking like, nigga, that's the truth. Like, why you sensitive? Why you crying? Like, you know what's going on, Joe. Like, I'm not lying to you. You know the truth. But sometimes like like I said, words hold a powerful thing. Like sometimes the things you say to other people and how you say them, kind of like, and like I said, the whole thing is gonna refer back. Like it's all gonna tie up together, because it's like you still, like I said earlier, you don't know what other people is going through. So That's what I mean by like learning how to be. We gotta learn how to be mindful, but not care about other people's feelings. Because I'm pretty sure niggas don't care about your feelings when they tell you certain shit. You feel me? So why you gotta care about theirs? But at the same time, people ain't going. But at the same time, the only people who will talk crazy to you in your face is the ones who got a team behind them. So like you damn, I forgot where I was going. But okay, the people who are the ones who talk crazy to you in your face. The ones who not going. The ones who like try to talk tough and things of that nature. They do it when they got like a team behind them, when they got like an audience watching and shit like that, trying to show out. But when it's just like a one on one and the energy is different and things of that nature, and it's just like like I said, being mindful but not caring about other people's feelings, then shit, like you gotta let it, like you gotta kind of let it fly. I mean, not let it fly, but like damn, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That whole little last part was a scramble. But to get back on point, because I'm gonna pick it up where I left off. Learning how to be, like, long story short, learning how to be mindful, and but not necessarily caring about other people's feelings. It's something we kind of all got to do, especially in this new coming world. It's like the world is too sensitive nowadays. So, and I'm pretty sure we all know, we all heard, rather if you heard me say it, your mama said it, your father said it, your granny said it, or grandpa said it, or uncle, auntie, whoever. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, you know, it's like I don't know. It's like I don't, cause me personally, bro. It might be some people like me, like you transparent, you're honest, with yourself, and you're transparent with yourself also. So it's like certain things just don't, like, certain words and things of that nature don't offend. Like, when people say certain things to you, it don't. It's like, especially if you accepted your own truth, it don't bother you. It's just kind of rub off you. But when you throw anything back at them, not knowing what anybody went through, shit might, like, I've been in, like, shit might hit the fan. I've been encountering, like, I've been paying attention to a lot of tactics in conversations. Like, when I'm talking to certain soft legs, they'll try to use, like, not gaslighting, but like victim card manipulation and things of that nature. Or like when I'm talking to the guys about certain things, or even with the soft legs with that too. Like, everybody, they'll know when I speak the truth. Maybe it might be the tone or whatever, but like they respond in a defense mechanism rather than logically and truly understanding and having a truthful, transparent conversation. They respond in the defense. So it's like you kind of, I just been observing and paying attention to a lot of shit, and that's really just like, it just all kind of tie up to learning how to be mindful and but not caring to other people's feelings, bro. Because you gotta get a win. I mean, you don't gotta get a win, but not a win, but you gotta get your point across somehow. You feel me? Now, I mean, if you like, now if somebody lying and they lying, you're gonna sit there and I mean, like, some people might sit there and you sometimes you gotta play the fool to be the fool, like, you gotta play the fool to catch the fool. Yeah, I guess. But why not just put that shit on the table? Why not let it fly? You feel me? Like, oh, nigga, I know you, like, nigga, I know you lying. Like, this how I know you lying. Like, what the fuck? Now, I'm not gonna keep letting you, like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fuck, I don't know why the fuck J. Cole popped up. but but that saying, bro, the real saying, bro. Oh man. But another thing about having I guess this is basically all about, this whole episode is basically, like, now I'm thinking about it, about people with big hearts having a change of heart, and not using the phrase big heart to, oh, I care about multiple people, or put other people before you. Because I ain't gonna lie, back in my Snapchat days, I used to use the big heart thing for when I had like 4, 5 girlfriends. That was like I was like 14, 15 back then, bro. You know, a lot of work has been done between then, but all the experiences add up to something eventually. I mean, they all add up to something. Rather, it's it's a story mode, bro. It's all story mode. But to get to the next touch on the next topic, uh, wanting to see and help others succeed. Now, on this, I don't really know how to feel with this one because sometimes, like I told y'all, I always been a team first type of guy. So like I always, if I come up with something, or if I find out an opportunity that I'm interested in, but I feel like certain people, other people could benefit from or could be interested in, I spread the word. But lately I just been under the whole no team playing type of thing. Like I've been on a solo thing for real. Like I mean, like of course I got my team around me. Or like no, not my team around me because we not a we all in our own lane and shit, but we all like, we still a team, but I just don't like, I don't like putting my hand out for other people and they just stare at it or they smack it down and then come and ask me for, how they hand out later on when some shit popped off already. You feel me? My godly gaming stuff. If y'all don't know, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Godly Gaming. We got it's 5 gamers. No, not five. Four gamers on there now. But you could be a gamer too. This is a little quick little ad. Quick. I could promo my own shit. I could sponsor my own shit with my own shit. You feel me? But to get back to the point, Godly Gaming is a a masterclass of ordinary gamers. Just like me and you. You know how you play 2K with the guys and shit? It's the same shit just with the camera on. And that we probably gonna stream it. We're gonna put it on YouTube and it's all something gonna come from this. And the main goal from it is to eventually either become like, kind of like how RDC is, like with a team, or like be like an esports team, either or maybe both. Like it depends. But I know, but like I've came across a lot of people who like just play the game and things of that nature. And I don't bring up godly gaming all the time, but the times I have brought it up, like, oh, you should join my team, then it'll be like, yeah, and I'm not a person to like once you say no, unless I'm like, and I gotta change this, unless I'm like bored or some shit, I'm not gonna keep pushing issues, man. Like I'm not. So like especially when it's something I created, I created from just a thought in my mind to something that I could that I got a whole vision behind. I don't know, like you kind of just don't want, like, and when it like, and not even to just specifically just talk about the gaming, but just like rather you got opportunities that you created for yourself and other people could benefit off of, or rather, other people put you onto something and you want to put other people onto it. If they don't take this take the whatever it is serious, you gonna end up feeling some type of way, and then it's gonna kind of like, okay, now I don't want to help nobody else because niggas, y'all not taking this shit serious, or anything like that. And I don't know, man. It's like I'm getting to a point to where I don't want to. I'm not saying I don't want to see nobody succeed, but I'm at a point to where I don't want to really help. If it's not beneficial to me, I don't really want to help nobody. Besides the godly gaming, besides the gaming and the podcast, that's it. Everything else, nah. Like when I got other opportunities and things of that nature, um, it's still like my first nature to always kind of spread the word a little bit. I've always been a pass the rock type of nigga, but at the same time, it's getting nerfed. It's getting to a point of like every man for theyself, but not really every man for theyself, but like it's you and you only. You feel me? Like that's just what it is, you know. I'm not a whole me versus me person. I don't know that they kind of wear that catchphrase out, but like I feel it though. Uh, and another thing with like helping, helping and wanting to see others succeed, you know, and it's gonna bring us to the next point. You gotta understand and observe actions and mannerisms, man. Sometimes I'll put on headphones, or sometimes I sit and act like I'm not paying attention just to see what to go around what happen around me and my surroundings when it seems like I'm quote unquote lacking things of that nature. You will be surprised. Well, you won't be surprised. Like I'm pretty sure we all done did this shit before, but like people, you know, it gets subtle looks, subtle comments, you know, things to where like they not talking at you or they not talking to you, but you could kind of feel that they like you saying something relating to me, and you ain't saying it to me or nothing like that, or you know, or you might just see like people might be acting different around when they get around other people, or I don't know, like people will go out their way to do like people will go out their way to do like I don't want to necessarily say weird shit because that catchphrase got played out too, but like to participate in awkward activities that they wouldn't normally do, unusual things. Um, you know, rather it's like going from being quiet to being like the you know fucking bozo the clown or some shit, or like you know I don't know because I don't do this. I'll be the person that just sit back and watch and listen, you know, rather than change up my act for anybody. Because nigga, who the fuck is y'all? Or not like who the fuck is y'all, but like just like there's no point. You feel me? Like nigga, just be you. I've been saying that shit for like 2 years. Nigga, just be you. And you know, and another side note, but I understand why some of y'all don't, you know, some people don't like me, some people don't support, you know, and if you feel the same way, like, you know, if you create music or something like that and people don't support you or nothing like that, or you feel like that, it's because my nigga, you being you. And you know, it might not seem like a big deal, but when you are unapologetically being you, other people can feel that. Other people can see that. And if they not fully accepting themselves and they fighting something, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, support somebody that's like that you could kind of say is on the same level as you, but it's just being them. You know, like it's easy as hell to share a LeBron James post because nigga, that's King James. But it's hard as hell to share a Nas the Innovator post because nigga, I'm damn near next door. I'm damn near down the street. You know, like you could be doing what I'm doing. We can't do what LeBron doing. You feel me? So you can share that, but you can't share. You know, like so you kind of got to think of it from that aspect, and which is why if you go back to God mentality, the episode God mentality, I said you kind of got to realize like whatever you doing, do it. Other people can't do what you're doing, and they know that. You know, and it's just like don't be too humble, but don't brag about it or nothing. You know, like sometimes you gotta walk the walk and talk your talk. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta know when to, you know, use the support that you do got. Use the and use it to grow and expand more. You feel me? It's kind of like it all registered one time. You know, when you when you go through, I'm pretty sure like cause like I'm not special. You know, like I've got all my intelligence, wisdom, knowledge, however you want to put it, off of experiences, off of observing and understanding and just being around. You know, even since I was a little kid, I was always around like I call them old heads now, but like my uncles and shit like that, like just being around them while they politicking in the living room or anything of the nature, or just being like while I'm in the room and they just talking and I'm listening to them, rap or freestyle and talk about business and how they doing this, how they doing, things of that nature. And or just like you learn it through your own observations, your own experiences. I also got some of those too, to where it was just like, okay, well, it just made me look like, okay, well, I went through this because of this, but I also went through this because I was supposed to learn this. You feel me? It's so it all ties together. But you just gotta you know be, like I said, be willing to understand and observe. Even if you observing some stuff that you yourself don't like. It's everything happens for a reason, bro. Whatever you seeing some shit for some reason, you heard something for a reason, you said something. Well, I ain't gonna say you said something for a reason, because sometimes you could just be talking, just be bumping your gums because they there. But you see, you hear, and you feel things for a reason, bro. And you gotta and you gotta pay attention to it. That's just how it. That's just a valiant, a valuable, like undervalued part of life. How just the as just like the emotions, just being able to communicate, to comprehend, to understand. That's it's underrated things. That's like, it's underrated things about life like that. That's just like, once you conquer those, and once you really truly understand the true power of those, then everything else kind of become like easy in a way. Like, you feel me? Um, but last topic, and not least, at least for this episode, learning how to lead by example and not by words. Um, okay, I've always been a person who, like I said, my words hold some type of power. And I'm not saying this to be like some type of like, oh, I am the king of the world. Whatever I say goes. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. I'm not. Well, I'm not saying like nothing like that. But like, I've always been a person people come to for advice. Rather it was in a time where we was all horrible. When Grammy and all that stuff was, when Grammy, Toxic, and all that stuff was the next big thing, when everybody's going through that era. Rather people come to me for advice through that era, come to me for advice now, or just been coming to me advice, or just been telling me things like as a safe haven, um, you know, all the time. Sometimes, like, the word, they go against your word sometimes, especially sometimes I didn't give people advice, and I watched them go do the exact opposite, or like a couple of like, or like back in the, back in our time, some of the guys, like some of the boys that come to me, or they call the phone or something, call the group call or something. Yeah, what should I text this girl? She said this, and this, and then I give them the cleanest game to put down, and they'd be like, no, but I want to say this. Blah, blah, blah. Then I'll be like, bro, that shit not it. Don't say that. Boom, don't. And they send it, and then shit'll go backfire. And I'll be like, you should have listened to me. And that's what the whole Nas never leads you wrong came from, because I never lead my people wrong. It's just whenever they ego feel attacked by me saying whatever it is, rather, they come off to them like, oh, this nigga think he the main character, nigga think he the leader, dot dot dot. I don't think that. I do think I'm the CP3, and my team is, we the Lob City Clippers or whatever. But like, I do feel like I'm the orchestrator behind everything. So sometimes I do feel like the team leader, captain, or whatever. But no, but not like, not per se, like not like I go out there and say that shit type of thing. If anything, when I talk about the team, I talk about the team and the team light, you know, and it all good. It's all getting to the point of, like I'm saying, learning how to lead by example and not by words. Um, leading by example is not leading with your team, like, by example. Leading by example is showing your friends, your family, team, like the people that look up to you but don't really want to say nothing, that they could do this shit too. But like and like we touched on, what was that? Two what you call it ago? I don't know. But the opportunities that present itself from you just being you and doing your own thing, can also, you know, I wouldn't say you gotta put them in position to succeed verbatim, but like you succeeding, you thriving and surviving, you creating and innovating should be a quick thing of leading by example and not by words. Like for like and I don't even know. I don't really know how this is gonna like fuck it. But like you don't know how much shit I'm really the man behind. You feel me? Now now I don't really know how this is gonna come off, but it's just like it's the truth. I got a lot of influence around a lot of people right now. Rather it's like helping some people find their true selves. It's helping some people, get out of the funk of their passion. Get out of the fear of being out there, being themselves, being looking like foolish. Not saying go be foolish, but like scared of just being themselves and everything that come with it. Because we all kind of lame and corny on the inside, but like the ones who are themselves is the ones that's top dogs in this shit, and you got to pay attention to that. Like them niggas ain't acting like nobody else. Like them niggas been doing their own thing for the longest. Then you just got to be you, and then your people is gonna come to you, and it's eight. Like I don't know how many people it is in the world per se, like literally, but we're gonna go with 8 billion. That's the last number I heard. 8 billion people in the world. It's bound to at least be 100,000 like you, and then from that, more people, more things come, and things of that nature. You feel me? So I don't know, but like I just gotta lead by example, but not words. But I mean, and not words. Sometimes words just get put in the air, and things happen. Things happen to us. Sometimes your words might not always hold the same type of strength like they always do. Like maybe you might put a promise into the air, and it's like, okay, yeah, I plan on doing this. I promise I'm gonna do this, but then it's like something happened, life occurs, and you can't do that. Now it's like, oh, now you're perceived a little different because you off the slack. Just lead by example. Be a be a be a person of action and not damn not reaction, but be a person of action and not just like just don't just be talking, and don't put nothing behind it, bro. And that's in any aspect, bro. You feel me? Rather it's with like you being an older sibling, you being in the middle, you being you and your friend group, you as a captain of a team or something. You never really know, bro. Don't just put it into don't just always like it's cool to lead with the word sometimes too, because reassurance and things of that nature. You always got to make sure your team is I don't know why the fuck I keep saying your team, but like you always got to make sure whoever, like the people that look up to you, the people that look to you for anything, you know always make sure that they know that what you're saying you'll also do yourself, um and just things of that nature, bro. That's really it. um I kind of really already touched on everything else, so I'm not even gonna hold y'all too much longer. It should say we got like 44 minutes. That's a long ass episode, but I guess um got more stuff coming soon. Stay tuned. Subscribe, follow, whatever. I don't really know what the buttons say on here. For the pod. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, follow on follow on all the apps. Every app that you listen to the Gentleman's Podcast on, whichever one you on right now, press that that button down there. When you scroll up, it's a button somewhere down there, or maybe it's at the top. I don't know. You know better than me because it's your device. But press that, and just sit back and relax. Welcome to the family and shit. If you've been a part of the family, I mean, welcome again. Shit, what's good with you? But that's really it, man. I love y'all, bro. And that's really it. Hopefully, we on a path. The Gentleman World Takeover is still going. We on a path to taking this shit over. So we're not taking this shit over, but like fixing the world. Taking the sensitivity out of it, taking the all the manipulation out of it. Hopefully, everybody. The whole goal is for everybody to. I don't want to say wake up. I feel like that's cliche, but like for everybody to realize the true power in themselves and the true power in the universe itself, and the power of just thinking and asking questions about certain things, to not only to know certain things, but to get a deeper understanding of certain things also. But I also got episodes coming from, just quick updates. I got episodes coming from. I'm gonna do a philosopher series. Of course, it's gonna be like it's not AI, but like it's kind of like like that. It's not gonna be AI in the episode, but like I'm talking to the philosophers, but the philosophers was from like B. No, I don't want to say BC. Not that bad, but like 19 something, 18 something. So it's like I'm doing a lot of studying and working on just spreading the word of other philosophers. That's coming up. Um, We got Lido episode coming up, and then after that, I'll try to get back consistent with the videos, and from there, the rocket catch fire, shit, and then we go up. We've been going up regardless, but like you get it. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I love y'all. We out. Hang my suit up for another day. Peace, man. Be smooth.